So being brothers, like a lot of people think, oh, you've sang your entire lives together. And it's actually, that would be a little bit like wrong. Mark was the guitarist and lead singer, and I've always been a drummer, and Kieran was the bass player. Being on this talent competition many years later, and then they said, basically, we've got to remove your instruments.
We needed to be a vocal band all of a sudden because we didn't have the instruments. So we needed to create a way to just create those harmonies and all the chords.
And so we pulled a song out that we wrote with our mum like years earlier, and just started, you know, grabbing part, right, you do a verse, like you do a chorus, and then it was like, right, so now we took like lead parts each to showcase each vocal.
And so we knew we hit the jackpot with the sound. So then it just got better. We added instruments and things like that.
And then Can't Find Me became this kind of show piece. It was a vocal showpiece. That I can easily say that was the very first time that we ever became a true vocal band.
Is this them?
Yeah, they've been here all morning. I can't decide.
Maybe this will help you pick one out.
That just might.
Let us help you decide your next ride at Walker Chevrolet.
Hey Siri, play Essex County on Spotify.
Why am I so good reminiscing? Why am I so
Doesn't this music sound so good through these Bose speakers?
so good?
This is a really good car.
It is.
It smells like a Chevrolet.
So when we came to Nashville, we learnt the phrase, it all begins with the song. The song is key to everything.
It doesn't matter how tight you are as a group or how talented the whole band is. If you don't have a great song, then it doesn't work.
There's so many great songwriters that we've written with. We've learnt to be able to construct a song because they've taught us how the story is the key and what the message is you're putting out there.
A song like So Good, what I like about it is the lyrical content, especially from Andrew, because that wasn't just a song, it meant something to him, you know, and his father and everybody else in his family. So, you know, you can hear that in the lyrics, and it's deep.
Yeah, a couple of years back, Nashville tragically lost Andrew Dorff, and it was very sad. When we hear his songs that he's written over the many years, we're just like, oh wow, that's amazing, that's amazing, that's amazing. I would just love to sing, just perform them, you know, because they are the type of songs that I would love to write anyway. We're honoured that we can show them to the world.
Why am I so good?
Sort of made a bet with my dad that he said, if you can play this song from Dire Straits, I'll buy you that guitar. So it was kind of like a far-fetched deal from his perspective, but it kind of happened. I kind of like learnt it through that encouragement. I just fought for it. I kind of like made my hand do it.
Few weeks that he had it, he just started to play it. He was already playing notes and copying melodies and watching Mark Knopfler and Eric Johnson and Joe Satriani, you know, talk about the deep end, but he was picking that up.
So I did it, and then kind of like he had to buy me the guitar because that night Mum said, you know, he's learnt the song, hasn't he?
So about 8 weeks in, he went for a guitar lesson with a very famous guitar player, and he was like, oh my God, he's ready to go. He was like, ready to go where? You know, well, he can be put into the Guitarist magazine competition. It's the Guitarist of the Year. I was like, really? So as a family, we were like, you know, this is nuts.
I just looked at the scales and sort of just pictured my fingers dancing on the notes as opposed to trying. Kind of like just, you know, just try it and see what happens, and, you know, I just went wild with it, with the wide, you know. So it was good fun. I got very creative with it.
Yeah, long story short, he went up on the stage at Wembley Stadium, and we're like sitting there as a family going, oh my God, the guitar's bigger than him, you know? And he comes out on the stage and they go, Mark Bass, everybody, like that. And he just shreds and he does this thing and all the stuff, and that was it, he won it. He won the show.
But seeing my older brother being up on stage at like 12 and just being the lights and everything, it did inspire me a lot to watch Nathan and Mark learning instruments. And then a manager found Mark after that whole contest, and then he looks at me and he's like, do you play anything? And I was like, I play with a Buzz Lightyear. I'm Toy Story, I don't know what else I do. And then he was like, no, you want to play something and be a rock star and be cool. So like he shoves a bass guitar in my hand and goes, learn that.
So that's what kicked our whole music career off. We're actually living the American dream by actually coming to Nashville and like pulling all this stuff off. Like it's like we played the Ryman, we played the Bluebird, we played Whiskey Jam stage, we played concerts, and like our parents have got to see that because they got stuck here at the beginning of the year.
Well, we came to America for 3 weeks just to visit the boys while they were getting on, and we got stuck here for 5 months. And while we've been here for 5 months, we've seen the whole thing come together with the team of Rob Beckham and the guys.
I mean, we know what we've been doing and what the journey's been, but for them to see it and, you know, see us working with like amazing producers, recording, you know, doing like music videos with like great videographers and stuff, and then yeah, just from like, doing shows and concerts and like actually watching us on American TV. That's the strangest. It's the strangest for me.
But it's great for them to see what we do, because every time when they're at home they're kind of talking to us across the pond and they don't quite get what deals and stuff we're doing, and it's very frustrating for them to imagine it, so they're always a little bit frustrated. And so I'm glad they're here, kind of like experiencing it with us. And they're going home tomorrow, so I guess they're sick of it.
Why didn't you say you were everything, everything? 11, I hope it's there on your phone. I hope you're thinking of me.
I think it was clearly the voices. That's always a criterion for me. Sound of the voices individually. I loved all their voices together. They had that brotherly harmony thing that you can't manufacture.
11, I can't just make a wish. I wish you wouldn't have left, no, not the way that you did.
1111 is a song that I heard of my son Andrew's. I heard the original demo and it blew me away.
The songwriting community here is much different than the UK. It's a lot more what's the word? Embracing here. Collaborative. Yeah, collaborative. People will just want to write with you every single day, and you'd always meet more and more like prestigious like songwriters such as like Steve Dorff and Jeffrey Steele and Victoria Shaw and
Desmond Child
and Ron Fair. We've written with all these people that who wrote the songs our mum showed us in the car with them years ago. Yeah. Not only we get to write with people such as that, we're actually getting to produce a record with actually Steve Dorff at the moment.
For you, I think it's a song that every woman wants to hear someone say that to them, and that's what makes big hits.
There's always been something they wanted to know. Did you ever make it to Memphis? Did you ever find that freedom you were looking for? Did you ever make it to Memphis? 'Cause I waited till I couldn't hold on.
We are the British invasion of country music.
Why am I so good at reminiscing? Why am I so good at living in the past?
So 3-part. Yeah. Turning sunshine, turning sunshine, turning sunshine. 3-part. Okay. Cool.
The next door neighbor is Rob Beckham, who was the top agent in all of country music. Rob called me up one day and he said, there's these 3 guys from England and they have amazing harmony and it's got to sound different. I don't want the same old thing for them and I want to send them over. What are you doing right now? Because they're here right now. I said, send them over.
Why am I so good at reminiscing? Oh, yeah.
Nate, Kieran, and Mark Bass from Essex County in England, from Essex, showed up, walked through the front door. Just like in the movies, when you're in the presence of that kind of greatness, you have to know what to do. And so I, of course, called Rob back immediately and said, you know, we got to do something. We got to do this. We got to make music together. We got to figure this out.
We've got Ron Fair, who's done like massive hits right across the board.
Tiny bit faster.
Done a lot.
He's just a genius at what he does.
Yeah.
So it's good to be working with those guys.
And vocally, he's amazing. That really does join us.
Turning sunshine.
So maybe not in full. Turning sun. Not the Irish tenor.
Turning sunshine.
Hey,
why am I so good and living in the past? Why am I so good? Wishing I could be a bit worse. Breaking your heart, making it hurt.